Who doesn't love a crazy-looking man who seems unhinged, with scars and a terrifying build but has rather a golden retriever personality? That's what the first impression of Pyo Guwon from Hounds of Sisyphus seems to me. If you've read the other work, Dangerous Convenience Store, of the same creator, the seam has quite the opposite character of the Ajessi. But I bet a lot of us are going to love it. That was my first impression, at least, when I read the first 5 chapters of this manhwa that was released on the 15th of February, depending on your time zone. To be honest, I was quite hyped for this manhwa to be released, because Dangerous Convenience Store was one of the first boys' love manhwa I've read, and it has a special place in my heart. So I was sure that this work is going to be good too. But we will get to the first impression in a second. Before, let's quickly have a look what the manhwa is about. In a world where death has lost its finality, chaos reigns. The dead rise not as monsters, but as silent, aimless wanderers, leaving humanity teetering on the edge of extinction. Amid this crumbling reality, Pyo Guwon strides against the tide of despair, a man hardened by survival yet burdened by secrets. One fateful day, he encounters Jinwon Hyo, a man left for dead amidst the ruins. Instead of walking away, Guwon extends a hand and asks a haunting question: how does it feel to survive hell? Together, they journey to a secluded village where death holds no meaning. But in a world haunted by the past and filled with unspoken truths, survival is never simple, and neither is the bond forming between them. As their fates intertwine, love and trust bloom in the shadow of despair. But will it be enough to endure a world that refuses to let go of its ghosts? So, in those chapters, one could sense what the two men are like. While Pyo Guwon seems more relaxed, but still brutal, Jinwon Hyo seems to be gentle and tend to overthink more. It also seems as if both of them had to go through a lot and experienced horrible things in the past. So their vibe of both men is kinda harmonic, though Pyo Guwon is more brutal and tends to turn violent. He's super gentle with Jinwon Hyo, and I love that. Nevertheless, it seems unusual to me that right from the start, he was so gentle with Jinwon. I know I am being paranoid, but I sincerely hope that he continues being caring and gentle with Jinwon, because we already saw in those chapters that Guwon is good with children. That really made my heart warm. I love to see multifaceted characters that can defend themselves when needed, but are also kind-hearted. Jinwon seems as such a gentle soul. We know that he graduated in order to become a teacher, so he was good with children too. We also learned that his past might have been rough too, since we get some glimpses and throwbacks what his was like. He seems to be careful with the choice of words and actions and doesn't want to be perceived as rude. So he's a contrast to Guwon, who seems more impulsive. But what exactly makes this boys' love manhwa special? The Hounds of Sisyphus brings several unique elements to the BL genre. Unlike typical BL stories, this manhwa is set in a zombie-infested, apocalyptic world. It blends survival horror with emotional storytelling, creating a tense and immersive atmosphere uncommon in the genre. The narrative explores philosophical themes like life, death, and the human desire to defy fate, adding depth to the romantic plotline. The focus on survival amidst societal collapse makes the characters' relationships more raw and intense, as love develops in a world devoid of hope. So, all in all, I really liked the first 5 chapters and can't wait for each upcoming chapter. It's going to be a long and interesting and perhaps even heartbreaking ride. I'm curious to learn more about what their lives were like before and what happened to them to be as they are now. What's the matter with all those scars? Also, I'm curious about the connection of the title and the story, since it stems from Greek mythology. What do you think? What is going to happen and what is the plot going to be about? Let me know in the comments.